All right, well, we got 2 deals of the month. And the first one's going to be Buckingham Estate. That's with Greg Bond. He's going to tell how he found a great deal with the realtor. And it didn't turn out exactly the way he hoped, but it still turned out pretty good. Here's Greg.
Thanks, Brian. All right, so a realtor brought me this deal, and I thought I've done a lot of single-family homes. This property was a 6-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage, pool home in a gated community, and I thought, slam dunk. I'll be able to make a ton of money on this one. The previous people had lost it in foreclosure, so of course it was stripped. They stripped out the entire kitchen. They stripped out the bathrooms. They stripped every ceiling fan. So it needed new flooring. It needed pretty much everything. The pool was in good shape, and the garage door openers were gone. So let's see. So there's the house. Again, beautiful neighborhood, and I thought it was going to be a slam dunk. So I don't know if any of you remember, in June I did a deal of the month as well. And in my June deal of the month, it was a burned out 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. I bought it for $1,000, a house for $1,000, $1,000, and I made 20. On this deal, I'm going to show you, beautiful house. I bought it for $306,000. I put well over $100,000 in it, and I made $20,000. Okay. So I got totally out of my element.
Hold on a sec. Who here likes to make money? Woo! All right, let's get some energy going.
But for the work that I did on this particular house, I mean, it was a disaster. There's the bathrooms. They left the mirrors. That was the laundry room. There's another. That's another bathroom. There's the kitchen. They took all the cabinets. There's the master bathroom. So I paid $306,000 for it. My holding cost, it took so much longer to sell it than I thought. I thought I was going to finish this, somebody would love it, buy it, and I'd be done. It took a lot longer. So that's just a lesson learned. When you do that first rehab and you think it's going to fly, sometimes it doesn't, and you got to be prepared for that. So $53,000 in holding cost, $81,600 in repairs. So I had a total upfront of $440,000. Ended up selling it. I put it up for $525,000. Somebody finally came through after the 10th month, 11th month. So it sat and it sat. Taxes on that house, quite a bit. There's homeowners association, there's taxes, there's insurance, there's pool maintenance, there's all those things with my typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home that I wasn't used to. So all those things just killed me. So normally I don't pay commission to a realtor because I try to sell it myself. I'm a realtor. I can sell it. Not on this one. So $29,000. The realtors made more than I made. So gross profit of $20,000. So lessons learned, I underestimated my rehab cost. I underestimated holding cost. I underestimated my selling time. I underestimated the realtor's commissions. I underestimated everything. I didn't have any experience selling luxury homes like that. So it's a totally different market. When they talk about putting in the kitchen, I'm used to putting in a kitchen in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. When you start talking about a house like that, I go, wait a minute, what do you mean it's $20,000 for a kitchen? What do you mean the appliances are $5,000? It just, everything is more. It just adds up and it adds up. So be sure, there's some of the pictures in process. We put all new flooring in. We put crown molding. That's looking from the top, looking down into the living room, dining room area. That was before we put the flooring in. Just some more pictures as we're doing the rehab. Aiden put the flooring in for me. Greg did the Spectrum cabinets, put in the kitchen, and Sue at Equity Title did the closing. And there was the finished kitchen. Came out beautiful, but for the effort, I certainly didn't make enough money. I'd rather have a burned out house and buy it at $1,000 and make $20. That's it. Any questions?
Round of applause for Greg, please. Repeat the question.
The question was, why did it take 10 months? And honestly, I don't really know. I figured I'd put it. I didn't do much marketing. I held one open house I had one person come to the open house, I held a second open house, and I had 2 people come. So I don't know. A lot of the houses in the neighborhood, the realtors were having the same issue. They just couldn't get people through. One, it's a gated community, so to try and get the traffic through a gated community is hard.
Question over here.
The question is, when did I bring the realtor in? I didn't. The realtor looked at the house and said, I've got a buyer for the house. So the realtor found the house and found me through that process. Well, I guess it's possible. Again, I just don't have the experience in that market. I'm typically rehabbing houses and renting them. So again, a lesson learned, I got out of my element. What's the zip code? The zip code is 32771, Buckingham Estates up near Heathrow, right off Markham Road. Anything else? Thank you.
Question way in the back.
Robin? Yes, I did put on an MLS.
How long did
I'm sorry, Robin, I didn't hear that last part.
How long did the rehab take, and then how long did the
the rehab thought, our thought process was when we were doing the rehab is we wanted to get it done in July to try and hit the school season. So we got it done, we put it out, and we figured somebody's going to grab this up before school starts, right? Families moving in, they want to get settled before school starts, and it didn't happen. So it went through June, July, August, September, October, November. I can't remember when it sold. I think it sold in January, I think. It was 8 months, so.
In general, do you think that the property's history may have been a factor, or specifically in this higher-end property, is the property's history a factor?
The question was the property because of the previous condition a factor, or was it just the overall cost of the property? And I think it's the overall cost of the property. I think properties at that price range tend to take a little bit longer to sell. So it's not everybody that can afford a $500,000 home.
Did you have a lot of good comps to compare it to get an after?
There was a fair amount of comps, yes.
Okay.
There was good comps in the area. That's why I priced it at $525, hoping that I could make 45 instead of 20.
My perspective on this is, yeah, he only made 20,000, but he made 20,000. 8 months, 10 months, 20,000. I'll take it, right? So this is still a really good save. Even though it wasn't as good as the previous deal that he had showed, this is still a really good deal. These are the kind of deals that we like to show for Deal of the Month.
I just want to share with everybody that don't get out of your element. Do what you do. Focus, focus, focus.
All right, another round of applause for Greg, please.